Unique is considered an online business and an online company, and a lot of what we do is based online, but we also need to include face-to-face and realise how important those face-to-face interactions are on our business and how to grow it. There's a lot I could cover about face-to-face. There's so many different parts to that, but so we can keep it on time, and because Bree went over time, I'll just cover the three subjects that I find most important, which is blitzing, your 30-second commercial, and home parties. So what is blitzing? Who's done blitzing before? Raise your hand. There's a few. Who's been too scared? Okay, there's a lot more of those. And who doesn't even have a clue what I'm talking about? All right, well, I'm hoping that I can help you. Blitzing is pretty much marketing on the run. It's about working your business outside your home while you're out and about doing what we all do every day. Think while you're out doing your grocery shopping, while you're dropping your kids off at school, and while you're even sitting in a waiting room to see a doctor, for example. It is anywhere. I love blitzing, and it's a great way to go out and see people, and if you're ready, to create more business. Blitzing opportunities can happen anytime, so my advice is to be prepared. Always have marketing material on you, business cards, blitz cards, catalogues, swag, even your diary. I always carry my diary with me. And I know a lot of people are like myself, and you're a bit shy and you're a bit scared to start that conversation with people. But a great way to start the conversation, to spark interest, is by wearing swag. We've got lots of it available that's come out in promotions and different things. Recently we had the Welcome Back tote that was available to purchase. Things like that are perfect. And I always say, always carry something with you that's visible. Like that is great. Always be a product of the product. Wear your products, even if it's just lip gloss, the mascara, just something basic. I used to go out, I wasn't a makeup wearer. Now I never leave the house without a full face, because I'm scared that I'm going to run into a person that could be the next Amber Voigt or the next Whitney husband, and I don't want to be walking and talking to them in my trackies and my hair's in a mum bun with no makeup. So yeah, always look your best and wear something that can grab some attention. Think of yourself as a walking billboard. Last week I was in the checkout line at the supermarket and I was just paying for my groceries, and the lady behind me actually asked me, "What's unique?" And that was because I was carrying the Welcome Back tote and she's seen that, so I was able to spark up a conversation. And because I was prepared, I also had blitz cards in that bag, so I was able to give her one of those, and we're now talking about her joining the company. So it's just, if you've got something with you and you're prepared for those run-ins, it's a really good chance to talk about Unique and introduce that to someone else. Next. What do you do for a living? Has anyone heard of an elevator speech or 30-second commercial? This is the answer you give someone when they ask what you do or what you've been doing, what you've been up to. It's our opportunity to grab their attention and tell them more about the company, what you do with the company, being a presenter, and the products. It's our short moment in time to grab someone's attention and prompt them to ask more questions about everything. And it is super important to be prepared. And I'm going to say this word lots during this session because it really is important. You don't just sell makeup online. You don't just have a makeup business. That's not going to spark any attention from anyone. You'll not get another question. They'll just go, "Oh, okay." You want your response to create excitement, intrigue, positive feelings, surprise, jealousy, and you want to prompt more questions. My little spiel that I give is I'm a work from home mum, and luckily I can take my work anywhere. And I give a little wiggle of my phone. I get to mentor and lead a global team of women selling makeup on Facebook, and soon I'll get to retire my hubby. And it always prompts more questions, especially the bit about retiring my hubby. Like, who doesn't want their husband home to look after the kids? Because then you can work more. You don't? My husband would be glad to be at home with us. Be proud of what you do. Don't undersell yourself. What I would like for all of you to do is to go home tonight and work on your own 30-second commercial, your own elevator pitch, and practice it. Write it up, practice in the car, practice in front of the mirror, practice to your kids. Just practice until it becomes second nature and natural to you, so it just flows when someone asks you that question. And if no one asks, lead the way. You can ask them questions. You can ask, where do you live? Do you have kids? What do you do for a living? And that will prompt them to come back to you with the same sort of questions. I used to do the old, I sell makeup online, and it never, ever got any questions. I don't know what they think when they hear that, but it just doesn't spark any interest. So now I've worked on my elevator speech, and by just adding those little bits that creates those feelings that I mentioned before, like excitement, jealousy, that will prompt them to ask more questions. And from that, I now get a lot more business in my local area, like parties and things like that. So, next, on to parties. Unique has built its brand around social media and the online party, but some people prefer working face-to-face. I know Tor here is big on the home parties and one-on-ones. And we can't deny that they work. Our industry's been based on the home party, the in-home party for many years, and it's because people love them. They're fun. Sorry, I'm making a mess up here with all my notes. They're fun, they're informative, and your customers get a more personal, intimate experience. They love the opportunity to touch and to feel the products and be able to try them on themselves. And it prompts them to ask more questions, which you can answer. You're the expert in the home party environment, and it's a great way for you to educate people. And this thing often results in more sales. There's a reason why big retailers like Myer and David Jones will offer makeup consults where they put the products on you. 9 times out of 10, the person, like if you're going in there getting your makeup done, you'll walk away with at least one product, if not all of them that they've applied onto your face. And this is why home parties are really successful. It's also a fantastic way for you to mingle, to build your network, and to get more leads. So, how to make yours a success? I'm going to say it again, be prepared. Be authentic, be passionate, and be confident in your knowledge. Bree spoke a little bit about coaching your hostess, and with home parties it's equally as important. You want them to know what you're going to be doing throughout the party and what's expected of them. You need to give her a rundown of how things are going to go step by step. You need to cater it to her and her guests. It's not about you, it's about them. If they're not interested in lip products, don't even go there. Just have them sitting there and just focus on eye products if that's what they're into. If they're an older customer group, they may be more interested in the skincare, so focus on that. Just make it more about them and what they're interested in. And also have fun. Remember the bigger picture in this. You may not get sales, but this is your opportunity to educate, to network, and to build relationships. There is no right or wrong way to party. It's whatever you feel most comfortable with, but whatever your preferred method is, I will say be consistent and persistent. One party or consult per month will not grow your business fast, so the more you can hold, the better. So just recap, what I want you to take away from that is that building relationships face-to-face is just as important as building them online. Make the most of your local community by building your network and including face-to-face interactions in your business. Be brave, but most importantly, have fun and be you. That's it.
It's not really it. We're going to have questions now. So, who's got questions for Jade? One right at the back, and as we have a bit of time, I'm going to walk up there. Hello. What's your name? Gemma. Hi, stand up. So bossy.
I just wanted to ask, how would you have a home-based party if you don't have every shade in all the products? Because obviously when you go to a party, you want to try the right foundation, etc. So how would that work?
Use the tools that we've got. We've got the shade stick, which I'm pretty confident comes in all the presenter kits now, so everyone should have one of those. If you don't, they're under $20 on the website. You can buy those. Have catalogues on hand so they can see the colours there. Just do the best you can to pick the right colours for them. We do online parties where people can't try the shades on all the time and they're really successful, so there's no way, you can still sell things really successfully in home without having all the products. I know most of us wouldn't have everything to begin with. Just take what you do have and just make the most of that. Focus on the products you do have. That would be one tip. If you don't have any lipsticks, don't go on about the lipsticks for the whole night you're there. Focus on the products you do have and talk them up.
Any other questions for Jade?
Hi,
I'm torn.
you're both wearing blue shirts too, right?
Very similar. Hello, what's your name? Hello, Melissa. What's your question?
Just wondering, if you were to have an in-home party, when would be the best time or day to do it?
Whatever suits your hostess and you. I ask them what them and their customers would prefer, and then I give them certain dates or times that fit my schedule. Like Larissa mentioned in my intro, it's about us, and this job's about being flexible, so you don't want to have to get a babysitter or have your husband have a day off work every time you want to have a party to fit in with someone else's schedule. But if they're a mum, they might want it on a weekend when their husband's at home so they can watch the kids and they can concentrate on the party. Or if it's a bunch of young ladies, they might want something on a Friday night or something like that. Yeah, I would do it to suit them.
I'm over here.
Okay.
Raylene, what's your question?
Hey Jade, about the 30-second commercial, as you know, I don't get out much, so when I do, I don't shut up. So can you just run through yours again, because I have a problem with verbal diarrhea, so really good to...
Yep.
Thanks.
Hang on, I'm going to bring it up so I can show you word for word. Because it does change slightly every time I say it. I say I'm a work from home mum and I can take my work anywhere, and I always have my phone with me so I can give that a little wiggle. And I say I lead a global team of women who sell makeup on Facebook, and soon I'm going to be able to retire my hubby.
Any other questions for Jade? Yes, one over there. I shouldn't have run back, right?
No, that's fine.
Yep.
I just want to know, how do you deal with someone who's negative towards all the products?
At a party?
Yeah.
I have had that before, and I have a quiet word to the hostess and actually get them to sit next to that person and distract them. Because if I say something, it will probably offend the whole group by asking them to pipe down. But if you have a quiet word to the hostess, they'll probably be well aware of what that guest is doing as well, and they will want them to be quiet as well, because they want a successful party just as much as you do. So if you can get the hostess to distract them, it usually works.
The other thing, when there's negativity, just to not give it any attention, right? People stop behaving badly if they're not getting a reaction.
If it is something you can address, like if it's like something, if they're not knowing how to apply a product, for example, that's a good opportunity to educate them and show them how to use it properly. If they're just going on and on and on, like just random stuff, just bagging a brand or the product, then that's when I would get the hostess to step in and distract and ignore.
Any more questions? We can do one more. They've got two at the back. Can you yell, or do you want me to race up there? This is me racing too. You want me to race? All right. Which one? You? What's your name? Beverly. Have you got a suggestion for a good party game?
I can't even remember how it goes properly. There's one where they get all their purses together, and have you done the purse one?
Treasure hunt is what they have in their purse.
Yeah, like what they have in their purse. It's like a treasure hunt kind of thing. Do you want to? Yeah. Sorry, I'm having a blank of how to describe it.
So it's like a scavenger hunt in your purse. So you just have a list of like 20 items, from general items that every woman carries to something really random. And you call out the products, and it's like whoever has the most of that list in their purse wins a little prize. So you might start with just a lipstick, all the way through to something specific like a unique lip liner, tissues, a toy, a muesli bar, things like that. That's a really good, and it gets people laughing because people put all sorts of things out of their purse. You know what our purses are like.
There's another good one that I just thought of. You play a game where they have to all put your phone number in their mobile phone, and the first one to ring you on that number gets a prize. So it's a good way for them to get your contact details into their phone, so get them to save you as the unique lady.
Wonderful. Ladies, please thank Jade. She did an amazing job.